What if everything you've been running from, the pain, the loss, the rejection, was never meant to destroy you, but to awaken something powerful inside you? What if the very things you fear the most are actually the path to your strength, your peace, and your purpose? Life doesn't come with instructions, it throws you into the fire and dares you to come out stronger. But there's a forgotten wisdom, a mindset carved into time by ancient philosophers who faced chaos just like us. They called it Stoicism. And what they discovered will shake the way you see your entire existence. You see, we spend most of our lives trying to control things we were never meant to control. We worry about how people see us. We stress about what tomorrow might bring. We replay mistakes from the past and let regret choke our present. But the truth is brutally simple. Most of life is outside your control. The only thing you truly own is your mind, your choices, your response. Epictetus, a man who was once a slave, said it best: "Some things are up to us, and some are not." In those few words, he gave us the key to freedom. The moment you stop chasing control over the uncontrollable, you begin to feel something you've been missing: peace. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm. The wind is raging, everything around you is falling apart. But inside your mind, there's silence, calm, power. You can't stop the storm, but you don't have to let it inside you. That's the heart of the Stoic mindset. It's not about pretending bad things don't happen. It's about realizing that nothing outside of you has the power to break you unless you give it permission. That is not weakness. That is ultimate strength. Think about it. Every single day, life will test you. Someone will speak to you with disrespect. Something will not go according to plan. A door you wanted to walk through will slam shut, and in those moments, you'll face a choice. Will you react blindly, letting anger or fear take control? Or will you pause, breathe, and remember your power? You may not be able to choose what happens to you, but you can always choose how you face it. And that choice, repeated over time, builds unshakable character. But Stoicism doesn't stop there. It calls you to something even deeper, to live for what truly matters. Most people are chasing pleasure. They want comfort, attention, approval, but pleasures fade. Comfort becomes weakness, and approval is never guaranteed. A Stoic doesn't live for pleasure. They live for virtue, for wisdom, for courage, for justice, for self-restraint. These aren't just words. They are the pillars of a life that cannot be shaken by outside storms. When everything around you falls apart, your character, your virtue, is what remains. There is an old Stoic saying, "A good character is the only wealth that never diminishes." What does that mean? It means no one can steal your integrity, no one can rob you of your discipline, and no one, not even fate, can take away your courage unless you give it away. When you choose to speak the truth, even when it's hard, when you stay calm in chaos, when you show up with kindness, even when you're hurting, that is virtue in action. That is power. But the world around you won't always understand. In a world where people chase shortcuts, you'll walk the hard path. In a world where people scream for attention, you'll find strength in silence. In a world obsessed with looking good, you'll focus on being good. And that might make you feel alone. But remember this: Stoic wisdom was never meant for the crowd. It was meant for the few who are brave enough to rise above it. Now let's talk about fate, the most feared word in the modern world. We've been taught to believe that everything must go our way, and if it doesn't, something is wrong. But Stoics saw things differently. They didn't resist fate, they embraced it. They even had a phrase for it: Amor Fati, love of fate, not just acceptance, love. They saw every challenge as a gift, every obstacle as a teacher, every heartbreak as a chance to grow. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor surrounded by war, betrayal, and death, once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Read that again. What stands in the way becomes the way. That means the pain you're running from might be the very thing meant to wake you up. The struggle you're trying to avoid could be the thing that shapes your greatness. The storm you're trying to escape might be preparing you to rise. You've felt it before, those moments when everything goes wrong and you think you can't survive, but somehow you do. And not just survive, you come back wiser, stronger, more aware. That is Amor Fati in motion. It's the art of turning wounds into wisdom. It's choosing to say, this is not happening to me, this is happening for me. Here's the wild part. When you start to think like this, everything changes. Traffic no longer ruins your day. Rude people no longer control your mood. Setbacks no longer steal your hope. You start to see the world as a training ground for the soul. Every moment, every emotion, every hard lesson becomes an opportunity to practice strength, to master your mind, to rise. But this kind of mindset doesn't come naturally. You have to train it. Just like a muscle, your mind grows stronger when you challenge it. So you wake up each day with intention. You say to yourself, today I will face discomfort, but I will not run from it. Today I will be tested, but I will not be shaken. Today I will choose what is right, not what is easy. And you do it again tomorrow and the day after, until this mindset becomes your nature. Eventually, people around you start to notice. You're not easily offended. You're not desperate for attention. You walk with purpose. You speak with calm. And when life throws you a curveball, you don't flinch. You adapt. Not because life got easier, but because you got wiser. This is the hidden power of Stoicism. It doesn't promise you a life without pain. It promises you the strength to face it with open eyes and an open heart. It doesn't remove the obstacles. It teaches you how to rise above them. It doesn't numb your emotions. It teaches you how to understand them, master them, and use them for good. The world will always test you. It will always try to pull you off course. But when you live with the Stoic mindset, you become like a mountain, unmoved by the wind, grounded in purpose. And even when the world around you is burning, you carry peace inside your soul. So what does all this mean for you right now, in this moment? It means your peace is not found in what others think of you. Your strength is not found in what happens around you. It's found in how you think, how you choose, how you act. Every single day, you are either reacting or rising. You are either shrinking or standing, and the power to decide lives inside you. Life is short. People will come and go, circumstances will shift like the wind, but your mindset, your way of seeing the world can remain steady. Stoicism is not about being emotionless. It's about emotional mastery. It's not about being passive. It's about choosing your response with wisdom. And most of all, it's not about escaping pain. It's about growing stronger through it. So if you've been feeling lost, tired, overwhelmed by things you can't control, this is your reminder. Let go of what isn't yours to carry. Focus on what you can shape. Your thoughts, your actions, your character. Build your life on what lasts. And when life throws its weight against you, stand tall and whisper, this is my training. This is my path. I was made for this. Because in the end, the Stoic life is not about having everything go your way. It's about becoming the kind of person who thrives no matter what comes your way. And if you begin living like that from this very moment forward, you won't just survive this life, you will own it. And others will look at you not with pity, but with awe, wondering how you walk through fire without getting burned. So ask yourself right now, what if I stopped trying to control everything? What if I let go of the noise, the fear, the pressure, and chose peace instead? What if I faced the chaos with calm, the hardship with honor, and the unknown with courage? What if I became the mountain? You've tasted the surface, but this is only the beginning. There's so much more waiting for you. Deeper truths, sharper insights, life-changing clarity. And once you've seen the world through Stoic eyes, you'll never go back. Because now, you don't just live, you lead, you grow, you rise, and most importantly, you endure.